Hi, thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be making some thrift store ornaments. I found these stars at the thrift store for 50 cents a piece, and I began by sanding them and so that all the sparkles came off the front. Then I removed the wires. If you have some problems, some of them are a bit tough for these old hands, so I used a pair of scissors to pry them apart. It would have been easier if I'd had a pair of needle nose pliers with me. After that, I went and I ended up giving them 3 coats of this fusion mineral paint in picket fence white. You can use any white paint you have at all. House paint, latex paint, chalk paint, they all work. Then I've made you some printables, and here you can see where there's little bits of paint on the sides. I also went ahead before off camera and I had sanded off any paint that happened to go onto the back of the side or the back of the ornament. Here I took a Dollar Tree sand block and just took off any extra little edges right along the edge there of the star. Once all that was done, I made these printables. There's 2 types. There's one that have the embellishment on them, and the other ones are plain. You can take the embellishments and then skip that part, or you can use the plain ones, which is of course what I did. I printed them out using best quality, just onto cardstock, and then cut them out as close as you can to the edge of the wreath there. Once I had that done, I wanted to place them on the stars. Now mine aren't quite on center because I left a little room in the corner there so that I have room for the embellishments. But so I put them up a little bit, and then I added some Mod Podge, again from the Dollar Tree. Now you don't have to be too fussy about where the Mod Podge goes because we're going to Mod Podge the whole thing afterwards. But you do want to make sure that you get a good seal on the edge of the round cutout. Place it back down on your star and make sure to press those edges down really well. Okay, mine slipped around a little bit sometimes, not all of them went as smoothly as that, so just touch it lightly to hold it down. After that, I added a coating of Mod Podge all around the main outside of the star, including around the outside edge of the Bible verse. You want to put it around the outside like you're seeing here, because then when you put the glitter on, it's going to camouflage anything that might still show from the paper edging. As you can see, I just dolloped it on there. Nothing too fancy. Just made sure I got good coverage. I had a choice of different iridescent glitter, but I ended up choosing just a minimum grade, medium-sized one. And I gave everything a good coat. Took off the excess, which of course you can save for later. Took a look at it, and if you can see there's a little piece I missed, so I'm going to go back in and cover that as well. After that, I let it dry for an hour or so. I put the wires back in, and I have some embellishments. Just ones I either had in my stash that I got from the thrift store, the little pine cones I got from Dollar Tree, as well as a white ribbon that I made some just some fork bows out of. I began with hot glue. I put two little branches along the sides there so that they kind of circled the edge of the Bible verse. Then I added some greenery. These brown embellishments, I just put them right along the edge because they're sparkly and glass. I got them at the thrift store locally here. And I'm using them just a little bit at a time. So put two of them in there, and then you're going to see where I cut down the smallest of the pine cones I could by breaking off the bottoms and then using little clippers to remove them as best I can. They kind of look like little flowers. And I glued them on. It looks a bit dark around that little pine cone. So you'll see I got some pearls there. Afterwards I took them off. I didn't like it. So ignore that, please. But I went ahead and I put on that little white ribbon. And with that, we're all done.